All right, everybody. Welcome to the Typical Sportsman podcast. We are not in the studio. We are at Mr. Wade Skeen's Skeen Outfitters, his place here in Douglas, Kansas. Douglas with two S's, which couldn't make any sense of.
I mean, you're from Arkansas. You can't spell anyway, so what difference does it make? You had to Google it either way.
We're known for adding the extra S for no reason. That's what we're known for. Kansas can't start doing it. So we're here at Mr. Wade Skeen, Skeen Outfitters in Douglas, Kansas, which first off, gorgeous lodge here. This is the first time I've ever been here. I've hunted with Wade, but I've never been to his lodge. He lets me hunt with him, but he doesn't let me stay with him, which is weird.
I don't take you around other people.
Yeah, like it's one of those deals like, hey, just meet me after I've dropped everybody else off.
Exactly.
Like, all right. But first off, gorgeous lodge. And if you're looking for a place to hunt in Kansas, I would definitely check out Skeen Outfitters for deer, turkey, ducks, quail, pheasants, everything.
This open, we'll figure out a way
check
to
them out. But Wade is our secondary guest, if you will. We've got Mr. Jaelen Johnston, Kansas's own son.
What's going on, man?
How the heck are you, dude?
Oh, I'm good. I'm hanging out, hanging out.
Yeah. So I, for those of you that know kind of the stage in life I'm at, been falling in love with the city and the town of Derby, and just kind of throwing myself into all things Derby. And then it was what, 2 years ago? Two and a half years ago?
I believe so.
2.5 years ago, Derby had a contestant on The Voice.
Oh, no. Last year. I'm sorry. Last year. Yep.
Last year. Yep. But they're in a new season, so I guess that made me think 2 years ago.
I see.
Two seasons ago.
Two seasons ago. There we go. Had a contestant on The Voice make it all the way to the final two.
Yeah, man.
Just after he got cut.
That was post-cut.
You had to bring that up, though, didn't you?
Yeah, we have to talk about that.
He did that to hurt me is what he did.
Why you gotta...
It hurt me.
It's like you're ripping off the scab, dude. I mean,
it's like a Band-Aid. Just get it off there, and then we'll deal with it after that.
No kidding, man. I mean, geez.
For the true sportsman, it's more than a pastime. It's a way of life. Embrace the lifestyle of hunting, fishing, and the thrill of the wild. Live the life. Be typical.
If you're a hunter, you need to pay attention. And of course you're a hunter because you're listening to the Typical Sportsman podcast. One of my favorite products of all time, Ancient. They make moccasins, quiet moccasins for stalking, or stalkisins, if you will. These things are absolutely dead quiet. I put them to the test just by sneaking through the house to see if I could sneak up on my wife. And they worked. Shot bears with them, chased elk with them. I've shot deer with them. These things hold up. Why? Because they're 100% American made with real leather. Phenomenal products. They are making old school cool again. Guys, listen, if you like to stock up on animals, any kind of stalking, turkey hunting, bear hunting, deer hunting, elk hunting, if you want to get close to animals, you have to walk quietly. I would highly, highly encourage you to go check out Ancient. That's ANXYNT. These are the coolest shoes you'll ever wear. I even rock them. I rock them as everyday drivers. Just headed to Walmart because they look stinking dope. Guys, go check them out. Use code Typical Sportsman. It's going to save you 10%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but here's what I'm going to tell you. You're not going to find a discount on these anywhere else. Go check out Ancient. Get you a pair of the baddest shoes you've ever owned and walk quieter and get closer. Now, I do have, I mean, I want to talk hunting and kind of get into that. But before we do all that, what got you into singing, man? Like, how'd this journey to The Voice begin?
I think the main thing that got me into singing was my grandpa. You know, he used to do exactly what I'm doing for a long time. He sang around Canada. He toured everywhere. He's been a huge figure in rock throughout the beginning stages of the singing process. He got me a guitar when I was 16. It was a birthday or Christmas. I can't quite remember which one, but he knew a few chords, taught me a few chords. But back then, I was a kid. So I'd had so many better things to do, like sleep or run around and do stupid shit, you know.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. You know, he taught me the first few chords, and then, you know, since his accident, his stroke and whatnot, I kind of fell back into music as like a safe space, really.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got this cool little app, Ultimate Guitar Tabs, and started learning more. And I think, you know, it was definitely the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
so how'd you get to The Voice? I mean, where did that journey begin?
Well, okay. I tell everybody this, and they think I'm crazy. I wasn't going to try out. Like I was working concrete. I was playing shows on the weekends at bars and whatnot. And The Voice was never in my plan, but it was in my mother's plan. Fortunately,
Yeah.
She signed me up behind my back, and she calls me while I'm at work. We're in the middle of pouring a pad, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing after work today?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I suppose coming home." And she was like, "Well, you got to hurry home and shower."
I guess I'll come home.
I don't know. I thought she was kicking me out. I was like, "What's going on? Why are you asking me this?" No, man. She signed me up. She told me I had an audition. She told me it was for The Voice, and I was like, "Okay, if it makes you happy, I'll do it." And that was one of the best decisions I think I ever made.
I think that worked out for you.
Yeah, and that's, you know, maybe just a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
That's crazy, man. So timeline wise, when Grandpa got sick and all that stuff, and he started singing, how far was that before The Voice? Like, at what age did you get back into music?
It was October 5 years ago.
Okay.
Is when he had and so what happened to him? It was an aneurysm first, and you know I was the one that found him, sadly, but they got him to the hospital. They weren't going to operate that night. They said the surgeons were too tired, so it was, I know, it was strange. We don't got to get into that part,
Yeah.
but no, he ended up having an ischemic stroke on the table the next day, which for those of you that don't know, it's like instead of killing a big part like a stroke does, it's like a lightning bolt, and it kills a bunch of different sections of the brain. So, which his specific case, it was short term stuff like that, but that was probably 3 years before The Voice. 3-4 years.
Okay.
But yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
Wow. That man, I want to say.
Well, and your grandparents raised you, correct?
No, well,
Or like you lived with them.
yeah.
Part of your childhood, right? So,
grandparents,
so you were even
mom,
closer than maybe some people are with their grandparents.
Definitely.
I want to say it's cool that, you know, we're sitting here with them and everything, but a better story makes it coming from adversity. Like, that makes it even better.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think that's why he resonated the way he did with people when it came down to time to vote on The Voice, because he had a really cool story, and I mean, obviously was talented enough to be there. But like when you go beyond the judges picking who's there into the public voting for you, like that likability,
connect with people.
that story, all that kind of stuff, like that plays a huge part in it. And I think that had a big outcome on how well he did there.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's the voice of Mr. Wade Skeen. Wade, I grew up in the South. Wade grew up in the dirty South. Like dirty South.
What town in Arkansas are you from?
Van Buren.
Okay.
Northwest Arkansas.
So I grew up like 5-6 hours southeast of you in North Mississippi.
You know, I want to bag on Mississippi more than I do.
I mean, it's easy to bag on. There's reasons to, for sure. Our education system, our health is just.
Do you follow Trent Ellis on social media?
Yeah, I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I had him on the show not too long ago, and we bagged on each other.
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore.
He seems like a funny dude.
He is. But I had to admit, like, man, Mississippi's one of those states, like, when you see it, you're like, gosh, dang, dude, it's gorgeous. Like, I fell in love with it.
There are parts of Mississippi that are absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful.
There are parts of Mississippi that I won't even bother to drive through. So, you know, it is what it is.
Like what portions?
The whole western section of the state. I mean, it's not a secret.
So if you're west of Mississippi, just threw you under the bus right there.
Well, for those that's where I'm from. That's where my family's all from. But so anyway, there's things I love about Mississippi, but man, we moved here from Hawaii 12, 13 years ago.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
I never heard that. Why was you in Hawaii?
I was stationed in Hawaii for 5 years.
Okay.
So that's how I got here. I just got stationed at McConnell.
That's why you have the beautiful tan that you have.
Yeah, well, something like that.
That complexion.
But yeah, we got stationed here, and it made me think about it a while ago because you were talking about kind of going hard all in on Derby. Dude, we were here like 3 days. It was June, and I had already told Lyd, I was like, we're never leaving this place. And we were staying in like the Hampton, at Patriot and Rock right there. Because we were waiting on our household goods to get shipped here, and like Derby is like the most awesome. It's almost getting too big now, but at that point, it's so awesome because schools are good, cost of living's
good
on a national average, really good. Schools are good. I like people,
but it's on a national average, it's good, but on a national average for what you get, it's great, phenomenal.
Yeah, and the other, like, we live in the country on 10 acres, and she can literally be at Target in 2.5 minutes. Like, Instacart delivers to our house, but we're still in the country, so like it's the best of both worlds. And I mean, and I don't know if I already told you this. So when I was we'd been here like 6 months. I had deployed to Kyrgyzstan right after I got here, and she was pregnant with Jonas. And it was one of those deals, like, I hadn't deployed this whole time we're in Hawaii, so my time was up on the calendar, like, to deploy. And I was like, hey, do you want me to deploy now while you're pregnant, or wait until after the baby's born? And she was like, no, go now. That way you'll be here when he's here and can help and be here for that. And I was like, perfect. It's kind of what I was thinking too, but didn't, I was going to leave it up to you. And so I deployed to Kyrgyzstan and the end of December, got 3 months into it or whatever. And Jonas was actually born like 3.5 months early.
Oh, wow.
Way unexpected. He wasn't due until July, and this was like mid-March. And so emergency Red Cross notification came home from Kyrgyzstan. And then he was in the NICU for 3 months at Wesley in Wichita, which was phenomenal. We're still friends with a lot of his NICU staff from up there. But anyway, the town of Derby did so much for us. Time out. I get choked up about that. But no, the people in the community did so much for us as a family. And we literally had only been there for maybe 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. So, yeah.
Well, not to, we're going to move on. We're not going to make this all about Derby, Kansas. But
beautiful thing though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really, the community of Derby, like, I did ministry in Wellington for 10 years, and then we decided to plant a church in Derby. And it was like, just the way the community opened up, and just the way the school district bent over backwards to help us, and just the amount of people that helped open doors that we had never met. It's just like, dude, this community is incredible.
It really is.
Yeah, like, really and again, I did the point of this podcast is not to promote Derby, Kansas.
And whatever, you can always edit this out.
But the support from Derby, that's with the crazy thing about it, because it's not necessarily a small town, you know what I mean? But it's still small enough.
It's small, but it feels way bigger a lot of times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like what we have.
And then, and you see when you watch The Voice, you see all like the going home videos and the welcome home videos. But even like, and again, even watching yours, it was like, dude, it seems like it means more to Derby. Like, it seems like it seems like the community is really surrounding you and supporting you and pushing, and it was cool, man.
That was such a blessing to have happen, though. I mean, like, the way they voted, the way they rallied, supported. I mean, to this day, I haven't played a show that's not sold out or almost sold out in Derby since. It's been amazing, It's and just like you guys was talking about, it's the way they have your back, the way they bend over backwards to really either help your dream or help your business. It's crazy.
It's true, man. Like, things don't fail in Derby. Like, that's
not very often.
I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, you don't see
things the right way.
You don't see businesses shutting down. You don't see. You don't see churches shutting down. You don't see. You don't see outfitter. Everything seems to succeed because the community supports each other.
100%.
And so, I guess if I could say anything, like, to make this more generic is to start supporting those around you.
Definitely.
To just start being somebody who wants to see the place you call home succeed.
100%. Especially in the world we live in today, watching how crazy things are nationally or globally or whatever.
My gosh.
You want to make places better, make it better.
Yeah, absolutely. So growing up in Derby, Did you play football for Derby?
Yeah, man. I didn't play, so I wanted to play.
So you were bad at football.
Okay, yeah, kind of. Honestly, kind of. But I wasn't bad at kickoff. Now kickoff is where I shine because I could just go down, smoke the first person I see.
That's all that matters.
I loved it. But I really wanted to play Little League. Mom was having none of that. She was like, "There's no shot," and I was like, "Okay, but hear me out." So then, more of her friends started being like, "Hey, you should really play football. You should really play football." And then. Finally in high school, I just told her that was the first time I've ever I walked in, I was like, "Hey," and she was like, "What?" I said, "I'm playing football." And she went, "All right." And I was like, "So you mean I could have done that like along?
6 years ago? Listen up, woman.
And I was like, "I'm doing it." And she goes, "Yeah, that's fun." I was like, "Okay."
I think she was just ready for you to be out of the house, out of her hair.
She
by
wanted
that
to see
point.
less of me, man.
Right,
I mean, football was busy. It definitely kept me out of trouble. I will say that.
Oh, it's good at that.
And again, Derby, football is king.
Yeah.
And and you better dedicate your life to it.
Yeah.
They're terrible this year, but
one of our guides was the won 2 state championships as a quarterback there. So
Who was
really
Hunter Igo.
Oh yeah, man. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's one of our guides.
I was the starting butt back my whole life.
Get your butt back on that bench.
Yeah. Coach, can I go in? No, get your butt back.
And that wasn't just in football.
No, that was every sport.
Now I've never told Clark this. But I never sang in school, right? But I had the guitar. And I would always, and Clark, if you ever hear this or see this, I'm sorry, but I used to skip practice all the time to learn songs.
Well, he can't get mad at you now.
Well, no, not now, but I mean, at the time, he was not pleased, not pleased.
Okay. Well, now he's like, man, I'm glad you did.
Right.
Because you never stood a chance in football.
It was football scholarship, music, and one was a lot higher than the other.
Yeah, but you made it.
Trying.
So, did you grow up hunting and fishing?
I did. Yep. So it's actually funny. This tattoo I got is a pheasant feather with my last name through it. My uncle, he used to raise pheasant up in Lansford, North Dakota. He did that for a really long time, man.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
And he, since he passed, the tradition kind of died. But I mean, it was pheasant, quail, grouse, duck, geese. They've all shot deer. I was telling Wade, man, it's embarrassing to say, but I'm 22 and I haven't shot a deer yet. But
dude, I wish we knew a guy.
I know. I wish I knew somebody who didn't outfit.
You busy tonight?
I don't have to be.
Let's not say that on the 80-degree day in mid-November.
Okay. Before we go too much,
You're gonna make me look stupid here, real quick.
Before we go too much further, I got to ask you about it because I mean, myself and dude, I'm getting so many phone calls, not only from locally but nationally. Like, how do you hunt this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen peak rut 80 degrees.
Yeah. So what we've done, I mean, our only audible that we've moved to, because we're still sitting most of the day, and I'm still getting, like, I had a monster 5-6 year old buck show up out of nowhere. Never had a picture of him. Showed up on camera yesterday at like 3:15 in the afternoon. And I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense. And then 2 more times last night. And I was like, okay, well, he wasn't just passing through. So the one thing we have shifted right now, and I was talking to my brother about this, who's a much more accomplished bow hunter than I am. But we've moved a lot of our sets closer to bedding areas because instead of the bucks cruising open feeding areas, they're focusing more on cruising downwind of bedding areas because the does aren't up on their feet nearly as much right now, with it being so hot. So that's really the only thing that we've changed. But really, I mean, first 3-4 hours of the morning is normal. Like, we're seeing what you would expect to see during rut activity until about 10 a.m. And then from about noon till really about 5 o'clock, it's just pretty much dead zone. We're just not getting much activity at all. We do try to focus on those bedding areas. It's better than nothing. But, and then, last hour of the day again, boom, it starts clicking. But yeah, I mean, it's different.
See, for me, like, cameras just shut off. It's like,
I haven't. So normally I hit that point somewhere around November 5th where, like, I won't get any more shooter bucks on camera unless they're like lurking in the background when some does are up there feeding or something. But I'm still getting a lot of bucks like hitting actual food right now, which almost tells me we're still not in
like
prime.
I don't think we are.
I mean, the uptick in activity like 2 days ago really made me think we were about to just go full bore into it. But the amount of like shooter bucks, we had a guy miss a giant 8-point like 3 hours ago, eating corn. And
you should have had Jaelen out there instead.
Dude, yeah.
100%. It was a whopping 12 yards away.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
What did he miss it with?
A bow.
Like a compound?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was. I don't think he was shooting a crossbow.
Oh.
So Lydia and I were discussing this a while ago.
Stand or blind?
Ground blind.
Oh.
Lydia and I were discussing this a minute ago, and
So
because
disappointed.
dude, it keeps me up at night.
Oh,
Because
wow.
all right, look, it's funny. I'm holding a Jocko. So one of Jocko's primary tenets is extreme ownership. So if something's screwed up, what did you do to make it screwed up? So like I'm having a rash of people either missing or we've wounded and lost 2 deer now, and one is too many, obviously, if you can help it. And so like the first thing I said, okay, am I setting these guys up for failure? Like, am I doing something with these sets that's causing these misses and stuff like that? Now, a couple of them have been like legit equipment malfunctions that are just like fluky. Like a guy's knock split in half when he shot one day, and funny enough, he actually killed that deer, but nevertheless. And I really I wouldn't change anything on the setups, but the more I got to thinking about it, the more I was like, these guys are coming from all over the country. And a lot of them are taking a shot with a bow at the biggest deer they've ever put eyes on before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just straight nerve. Because like this guy today that missed this deer, he's older than me, and I'm old. And
yeah, you are.
Right.
I was waiting on it.
But no, I mean, he's a seasoned archery hunter, and he was straight nerves, bro.
Dude, well, let me tell you something. Like,
and we've all been, if you bow hunt, you've been there. Like,
and not only if you've bow hunted, but like, dude, I remember when I moved to Kansas, like, and you grew up in the dirty South too.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's just put this into reference. My dad shot a buck Monday morning, calls me and he's like, he was pumped. He's like, dude,
right.
That buck,
I know where this is going.
He said that buck weighed 132 pounds. And I'm like,
I got a dog bigger than that.
It's not good, Dad. Like, and he's like, no, well, let me just tell you something. And he went in like, that really is a big deer for Arkansas.
Yeah, especially where you're from.
You don't shoot a doe here that weighs under 100 pounds.
No,
like,
not. This,
I mean,
over it. This not a
unless it's got milk on its lips.
Yeah,
it weighs over 100 pounds. Like, and so I remember, man, when I first set, like, you might see a little basket rack 8, but you're like, dude, is that a freaking horse with antlers on his head? Like, so like if you grew up here, sometimes you take it for granted. You don't understand how truly big, not only antler wise, but just massive bodies.
Oh, that's a real thing too. Cause I have to point that out to guys sometimes when I'm showing them their kind of pre-hunt briefing, and I'm showing them trail camera pictures, and I show them a picture of a deer, and they're like, well, man, his tines don't look that long or something. I'm like, bro, that's sitting on a 300-pound frame.
100%.
Everything is relative. Like, those don't look that big. Wait till you're holding them and you can't wrap your hand around it.
Yep. Or then you go to Texas and it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
The deer weigh 120 pounds, but they've got, 150 inches. So you're like, dude, that's a freaking 300-inch buck right there.
Yeah. Exactly.
I went to Missouri, actually. I played at the Jeep Invasion. It was the Lake of the Ozarks deal they had going on, man.
Oh, I love the Lake of the Ozarks.
We were driving there, and I kept seeing deer, and I was like, man, they ain't that big. It was really crazy to think, and it kind of goes with what you're saying. It's crazy to think, we'll see deer here and be like, okay, it's not a very big deer, and then you'll go somewhere else, and you're like, dude, that deer was huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Our deer here are even, and you think too, like, I mean, we're not even that far from the Oklahoma border, so we're way down in southern Kansas. You think about getting up north of us, up around the Nebraska line and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What those deer look like compared to our deer, but the body size on the deer is much more significant than people probably think about.
Well, we're gonna definitely try and get Jaelen his first.
Yeah,
deer.
so now we got to get Jaelen a deer.
Definitely.
When does rifle season open?
December 4th.
God, you said that, dude.
I've never
bow hunted.
I mean, shooting a crossbow is basically the same as shooting a short.
Well,
rifle.
You say that, but you had a homeboy miss at 12 yards.
I mean, stuff happens.
No, I say that. Like, and you say you've never bow hunted. Here's what I can promise you: I don't want to promise you, but with the advancements in archery technology, like my wife decided I went on a bear hunt this year, and she decided like, well, hey, I'm just going to go with you. Which she's like a complete yuppie. So I was like we're going to be in the mountains,
Right.
pooping in a hole, sleeping in a tent. Like, you sure?
Are
And
you
she's like,
sure?
she's like, well, I'm not staying home with the kids again. So like, we're going on a bear hunt.
Yeah, that's
There
fair.
you go.
And
I can understand that.
like literally, it was like, I'm like, babe, we're leaving in 3 days. Like, I need you to sight. Like, you haven't shot your bow ever. Like,
Right.
and I mean, within an hour, she could hit an apple at 20 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
and it's not just, I'm not saying she's a great shot. I'm saying like the advancements in technology have come so far. Like when I was a kid, like they sounded like a gun going off, and you know,
let off is like
100%.
Like we were talking about this the other day. Like I could go to the store right now and buy a box bow. We were talking about this last night, and it would be better than my flagship
100%.
bow I had that I bought when I moved here in
100%.
2012.
Well, the cams, I mean, were that big. They were basically just a wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, there really was no let off. And for those of you that know, I mean, I'm only 32. When I was growing up, I mean, technology's already come a long ways, but my dad also didn't spend money on hunting. So I grew up shooting like a 1984 Hoyt. Like, anyways, so I say all that to say, like, we can get you accurate with a bow.
In a short
pretty
amount of
easily.
time.
Let's do it, man.
It's really managing nerves and just like
Yeah.
the little things after that when it comes to hunting.
But, you know, and here's what I've learned over the years. I've got to deal with, you know, getting athletes and getting musicians. And do you know who Rhett Walker is? He sings Christian music, but he's real country in his Christian music. Like,
I don't think so. Is he from around here?
No.
Where's he
like
from?
Georgia, I think.
I don't think so.
Anyways, he's a gospel singer, but it's very, very country. But he was doing a show in Wichita, and we connected up, and like, yeah, within the hour, I mean, he was shooting, you know, punching X's at 20 yards. I mean,
That's all. Yeah.
so you can do it. And with a crossbow, I mean, you could literally have him shooting 60 yards. And
Oh, dude, when Jonas was like 7 years old,
yeah,
I went to Academy, I think, and bought like a box crossbow, scope already on it, came with the
Mhm.
bolts type deal, whole little kit and caboodle. And I had him shooting quarter size holes at like 30 yards in,
in an afternoon.
oh, dude, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
He was
basically,
7.
it is a rifle. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a rifle platform. I
Yeah.
mean, you've got a grip, a trigger,
Right.
a scope. I mean,
Well, and people, I mean, you can put it on a freaking tripod, you know,
Yeah.
like you can really take advantage of a lot of nice things with a crossbow if that is what you so choose
Wow.
to do.
so we're going to get you a deer this year.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's
man.
going to happen.
Let's do it.
Anyways, back to growing up. How'd you get into bird hunting? Like, what was your favorite? Was it ducks? Was it quail? Like, what really did it for you?
Pheasant. Honestly, that was the first hunt. Excuse me. That was the first hunt my grandpa took me on, and it was me, my grandpa, both my uncles, their buddies. Man, it was we went out to Lansford, North Dakota, actually,
Oh, nice.
and we stayed with my aunt and uncle in Beloit on the way, and it was like I think it was a week trip or something like that, and it was we went out there, we hunted for 3-4 days, and it
How old
was,
were you then?
I want to say 6, 7.
Oh, you were little.
around. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
cool.
Yeah, I was young. I think I shot 4 birds that whole time. But you know, I was excited. We had new dogs. They were running around. The best story actually was I think this is the second time I went hunting with them in North Dakota. It was my uncle just got a baby GSP. And I mean, she's like brand new. She's running around eating grasshoppers and whatnot, you know. And she goes on point, and my uncle's like, "Hey, can you go pull her off that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got you." So I walk over there, and next thing you know, she's pointing at this grass, and I'm like, "Hey, we got to go." And I'm trying to call her over and whatnot. I walk right up by her, huge pheasant right from up under my foot.
Nice.
Next thing I know, I'm on my
Scared the
back
mess out of
shooting
you?
holes
Oh,
in the
yeah.
sky. I didn't know what to do, man. I was like, "Whoa!"
It's a wonder you didn't fall over, honestly,
I know.
because it is scary. Like the first time a rooster flushes in front of you, I was a grown ass man, and it still scared me.
So
You don't expect it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
well, and you really don't realize how big they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't a little bird.
And they're loud.
But my sister started dating a guy from Kansas when I was, I don't know, 12, 13. And so we came up to visit him, and my dad's like, well, let's just go hunt pheasants. And, I grew up in Arkansas. I'd never seen a pheasant.
Right.
And I'm like, that sounds fun. And he gave me one rule. He said, listen, if we see quail and they're on the ground, don't shoot them. And I said, okay, easy enough. Well, this quail, like 10 yards in front of me on a tree and branch, and I just, when that bird is
on the ground.
And he said, dude, I told you not to shoot them if they wasn't flying. And I said, no. You told me not to shoot if they was on the ground.
There you go.
He was in a tree.
I'm going to need you to be more specific.
Yeah. But, dude, you're 100% right. I mean, when I first moved here, the very first time I ever went out deer hunting, it was real frosty, and I was carrying my bow, walking across the field, pitch black, and I stepped on the bird.
Yeah.
It's like flapping between my legs, dude. Oh, my Lord. I thought I was about to meet Jesus.
A covey of quail will make you think you're about to meet Jesus.
Yeah.
Like in the dark.
You ain't kidding.
I mean, it's an eerie sound if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah.
And even if you are familiar with it, it still gets you every now and then.
Yep.
I've never been to North Dakota. I've driven across it.
I don't think I've been to Minot, North Dakota. There's an Air Force base up there. But
My uncle owned a Chevy dealership there.
oh man.
Yep.
He's a hardy individual. It's freaking cold, bro.
Dude.
I drove across there to get to, we went bear hunting was Canada, and so we drove across North Dakota, but didn't really get to see it. But then one of your guides, John, is there right now, and dude's been posting pictures, and I'm like, holy cow. It's just another one of those states where I'm like, I never thought about North Dakota being this beautiful.
Oh, it is. Yeah. South Dakota's the same way. I've spent more time in South Dakota than I have North Dakota, but it's pretty nice place. Like I could live there.
Yeah.
You're braver than me, man. See, a lot of people don't understand how cold it is.
Yeah.
But we went up for a funeral, man, and we're from Kansas. We're like, oh, it's not going to be that cold. So I think I have hoodies. That's it. I have hoodies, long sleeve shirts. We get there and we went straight to Shields.
Yeah.
We got, $400 coats, and we're bundled up. We're sitting there. Everyone else is in shorts. I'm like, I don't know how y'all are doing it, man.
I'll say this. As far as weather goes, Kansas is the perfect spot to be.
Oh, yeah. Well, except for being schizophrenic. But,
yeah.
Because, you couldn't be any more dead ass in the middle than we are. So, we catch the worst of both worlds.
Which I enjoy.
It's okay. I mean, I like Kansas weather. I do. But, it's so unpredictable sometimes. That's the only thing that gets me is,
that it's 80 degrees in the rut.
It's 80 degrees in the rut, and it might be 17 tomorrow. We've seen those swings before.
Yeah. But what I enjoy about it is you get all 4 seasons.
Oh, 100%.
A true all 4 seasons.
And spring and fall in Kansas are great. Absolutely great. And this year we had one day recorded of 100 degrees this year. Which is the first time that's happened since 1937 or something like that. But so summers typically aren't that bad. It's usually not that humid. Most of the time. And so, yeah, the weather's good. And then honestly, our weather in the winter, it will get bad, but it's not prolonged. Mm-mm. We'll get 2-3 days of really cold weather, and then it'll warm back up a little bit.
We had a pretty harsh winter last.
We did. The last 2 years we've had 2 big January,
-10s.
Yeah. Well, we had last year was it was not the coldest I've ever seen it. And granted, I've only lived here 12, 13, 14 years, whatever. But last year wasn't the coldest I'd ever seen it, but it was the longest.
Stint of cold. Yeah.
It was tough waterfowling during that time.
Guys, there are a lot of names that you can trust in the archery world. However, not many stick out as much as the name Lancaster Archery. Guys, if you've been around archery or bow hunting at all, you've probably heard of Lancaster. Why? That's because they're experts, and that's because they're your one-stop shop for all things archery. I've never needed something and not found it at Lancaster. I've also been able to find reviews and tips using the product that I needed that Lancaster had. Guys, Lancaster is phenomenal. They are experts in the trade. They know the equipment because they use the equipment. And you can pretty much get anything you've ever needed archery related at lancasterarchery.com. You can also learn about the products you need on their YouTubes, in their videos, on their social media. You can also get tips about how to use the products. Guys, Lancaster is a phenomenal one-stop shop. And here's what I'll tell you. Sometimes you gotta be mindful of who you're taking information from. You don't have to worry about it at all when it comes to Lancaster. I put full faith in the guys over at Lancaster. They know the products. They sell the products. They give you advice on the products. They give you support on the products. You can call and ask them anything. They'll get you lined out. They'll sell it to you, and then they'll support you even after you buy it and you need help figuring it out. Guys, go check out LancasterArchery.com for everything you need archery related. Speaking of that, did you grow up duck hunting much? You mentioned upland birds.
Honestly, no. The first time I went duck hunting was a few years ago with my buddy Isaac Swetnam, which that was he's big into archery, so he was like, "Hey, let's go duck hunting." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Graham Parker by chance, or I know you know Hunter Potts, man. We all went duck hunting, and that was the first time I shot a duck, and it was about 2-3 years ago. And I remember it's going by and Sweaty screaming birds, and Hunter's, he's already doing jumping jacks. So,
Sweaty was hunting with our guides this weekend. We got those 2 bands.
He's a good dude. I've known him since I was little, but, that was the first time I went duck hunting. Ever since then I love it. I love it.
So do you go a lot now? Like, is that something
as much as I can, as much as I can, but yeah, I haven't been this year.
So if you were to say, like, my favorite thing to hunt is, would it be pheasant? Yeah.
Pheasant all the way.
Very cool, man.
I think people are like, that's a very polarizing question when you're talking about upland hunting and waterfowl hunting. And like, what's your favorite? There's like camps. You're in the upland camp or you're in the waterfowl camp.
I would agree with that.
Because people that love upland hunting, they love it.
And people that love duck hunting are just
fanatical.
Well, they're not. They're a different breed. Like
a little bit, yeah.
Like you are a different animal. Like, and I grew up in that same camp. Like I switched camps. I grew up a duck hunter, and you're up at 3 a.m. and breaking ice and sleeping in the boat, and you get 4 hours of sleep a week.
Yep.
And then when I moved to Kansas, I'm like, wait a second. There's a hunt where I can just walk out and just enjoy it and have fun and walk around and not, and so I switched camps completely. Like I go duck hunting basically once a year when Wade or when Miles Miller calls me and says, let's go duck hunt. I'm like, let's party, dude. Like I'm here to shoot. But dude, duck hunters are a little bit on the psycho side.
Yeah. You got to be like, I don't know if it's a sadist or a masochist where
you're missing something
where you like to get the crap beat out of you. I don't know which one the term for that is, but that's what you got to be, because
100%
you get the crap beat out of you.
Yeah.
Let's get up early. Let's freeze.
And you're wet and it's windy. And dude, but not only that, it's just a crap ton of work. And honestly, I thought moving to Kansas, duck hunting would be less work. I think it's more.
No, it's less. It's less than it is in the South. But
you're throwing out thousands of decoys.
It depends on how you're hunting, though. Like if you're field hunting geese, yeah. But if I'm in a cow pasture pond over here,
that's
ducks,
true.
that's a whole different ball of wax. So like it just, which is also what's cool about Kansas. We have so much diversity in our waterfowl hunting. Like guys call me and they're like, "Oh, well, what are we going to be primarily hunting?" I'm like, "Dude, we will hunt them in the freaking Walmart parking lot if that's where they're at and I can get permission." Like, we'll have rivers,
let me take that.
Ponds.
Let me ask you a question. Like, and because of where we both grew up, like duck hunting was king, and everybody wants to go duck hunt Stuttgart. I grew up hunting 4 minutes from Stuttgart.
Right.
Like, it was cool, but honestly, you move here, and I think the waterfowl hunting here is cooler.
Dude,
like,
there's so many people that have given up their leases or places in Arkansas to come up here and hunt with us a couple times a year now.
I think it's better.
Well, the dollar to enjoyment ratio is better for them.
Yeah.
Like we always have birds here. We don't always kill them. The conditions aren't always right, and they're still birds, but they're here. So like you got that. You don't have to worry about them not being down here yet. And we don't start guiding until after Thanksgiving for that very reason, because it's 80 degrees today, November 13th, whatever it is. So like that's why we wait to start guiding. But so we always got birds, and then the acres per hunter number out here is way better. Not nearly the hunting pressure, so the birds usually act better. So yeah, I mean,
When do you start duck hunting?
we start guiding like December 4th is our first group, I think.
But you guide more ducks than anything, right? Am I wrong in that?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting to the point now where deer's kind of creeping up on that. But yeah, more.
What do you
ducks.
charge for a deer hunt?
$3,500 for a 6-day hunt. Stay here, and all meals, whiskey, beer.
Holy
Sounds
cow!
like a good deal.
Yeah, it's going up. I mean, that's
Guys, I don't know. You might not be charging enough.
No, I'm not.
Big
But this is
dog.
only our second year of guiding deer hunts.
Hey,
So-
listen. Well, how much does it go up to next year?
4,500.
Oh, still, I would say this.
my
Your
co-owner slash
secretary,
she ain't no secretary.
CEO,
Yeah,
boss lady.
she's putting her input in on that
Listen,
over there.
if you're listening to this and you've ever wanted to buy a guided hunt in Kansas, I would do that.
You're not going to get a better value right now because look, you got it. Like I didn't want to come out of the gate and be on par with the other quality deer outfitters in Kansas. I wanted to kind of build a little bit of a reputation for our work ethic and what we provide and so on and so forth. But yeah, it will.
Hey, can I just say this? If I put that out to the Pope and Young crowd, you'll be sold out in like a matter of minutes next year.
You sell my deer hunts out for next year and we will compensate you heartily.
I'm just saying, man, that if you have ever looked at guided deer hunts in Kansas, now let me say this: you can find them that cheap, but it's more of like a, hey, we've got the stands. You're catching a motel.
Yep.
You go out and here's the stands.
Your overall experience is not going to be.
I mean, you're sitting here in a $1 million lodge, easily $1 million lodge, and wait, like I say this, don't get all sentimental on me here now. When I'm picking an outfitter, to me, it's more about the person himself. Like I want to go and have a good time. I've hunted with outfitters who are straight up douches.
Yeah.
Like, and you leave there and you're like, dude, I don't care how good the hunting was.
Yeah.
Don't care how good the lodge was. I ain't spending a week with that dude.
He's not fun to be around.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I spend more time on the phone talking to people so that they can get to know us. And I say us because she's just as involved with it
Mhm.
and just as pivotal to our success as I am, to let them know we are who we say we are.
Mhm.
What you see is what you get. I get guys ask me all the time, do I get a portion of my money back if I don't kill a deer? No, you don't. I guarantee effort, nothing else.
Right.
Yeah.
But you will not leave here wondering whether or not we did everything we could
Yeah.
to make your hunt a success.
Oh, that's another thing, dude. I mean, I've been on hunts with outfitters where it's like, oh, it doesn't look like it's going to be great tomorrow. We'll just stay in. And then I've been on like the outfitter that I go elk hunting with every year. And, I've spent some pretty pennies with him at this
Yeah.
point. I've never killed a bull with him, but he's also busted his absolute tail.
Every time.
And it's, we're up at 4, we're hiking 20 miles a day. I mean, he's doing everything in his power, and it's not like there's no bulls here. I don't really know what to do. It's like there's no bulls here. We're going to pack up, move to the other side of the mountain and try to chase bulls.
I went and leased 3 new properties this week, like this week, and wrote the check while my group was here, because while we had X amount of thousands of acres, like we weren't producing. And the next best thing I could do was go get more ground. And I went and got more ground, and we killed a really nice 8-point off of it last night.
Speaking of that, I got a dude. I don't know if he's ever listened to the show. He hunts next to me down south, and he was looking for some land. And I'm like, I know a guy who's
To
got some
buy or to
lease.
lease or what?
To lease. Well, he wants to buy, but lease would be fine too.
We do sublet a lot of stuff.
So I gave him your number.
Cool.
So he should be calling you. Anyways, back to Jaelen.
Yep.
So how do you grow up in the deer hunting mecca of the world,
Dude.
and never say like, dude, just
Dude.
give me a BB gun or something? Like, I'm gonna go out and hunt. Like,
I'll tell you what. I went one
it's-
time with my uncle.
surely a lot of your redneck buddies on the football team like hunted. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah. They just couldn't find him is the problem.
They just didn't like you enough to take
Well,
you.
shit, I guess that might be part. I don't know. But I went with my uncle one time, man, and we're sitting all day. I mean, it's freezing cold. We're sitting. There was no blind involved at all. He was like, "Well, sit up against this tree and watch this creek." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's how I grew up deer hunting.
Sounds kind of cool. So I'm sitting there. watching. I hear something. Next thing you know, I turn. I'm like, oh, nope, nothing. Might be a squirrel. I took a few shots at squirrels that day.
Okay,
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
I mean, we were
We've
out
all
there
been there.
6-7 hours.
I shot a
and I'm
raccoon
like,
yesterday.
You know what?
Wondering why I'm
shoot
not
more.
wondering why I'm not seeing deer. I'm flinging arrows every 20 minutes at a raccoon.
Right. Oh man, I don't know, man. I guess the good opportunity has never really presented itself. You know what I mean?
So was the way you make it sound, was deer hunting kind of like, because it was for me for a long time, was it kind of like, dude, I can sit here and maybe shoot one deer, or I can go pheasant hunting and shoot 40 in a weekend?
Yeah.
Like,
I think a lot of people look at
That's
even waterfowl's that same scenario.
100%. That's how I grew up. Like my dad never duck hunted, and really even when I got into it, and I went every day. I mean, if it was season, I was hunting. Even then, he was just kind of like, dude, why are you duck hunting? Like, yeah. But I'm like, well, Dad, you sit there and you might shoot 2 shells a year.
Right.
I'm going to unload a box a day.
Right.
Like,
You might not hit anything, but
might not hit anything. Like, how many did you shoot?
Might kill 5 coots, but
2 ducks.
Yeah.
Like, how many shells did you shoot? 36.
don't worry about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and you know, I was kind of the polar opposite. I grew up bow hunting. I started bow hunting when I was 9, and I mean, basically bow hunted until whatever 10 years ago. And I mean, I still love deer hunting. I just like, I'm a social dude. So
100%.
sitting in a duck
Same.
blind with 4 or 5 buddies,
Yeah.
yucking it up, doing stuff with the dogs.
You got bacon cooking and
So
eggs.
yeah,
cooking
taking the kids, like all those types of things, to me makes duck hunting so much more appealing to me personally. I completely, and thank God they're out there because it's my livelihood, but I completely understand people that love, you know, to sit in a deer stand and get a chance at a world-class whitetail. I get it. I've been there. But just to me personally, A, I never have 4 hours to just sit in a deer stand. But B, like I would much rather be, you know, the 4 of us sitting in a duck blind talking about how you got number 50th in the nation education level in Arkansas and telling people how illiterate you are.
53rd.
Yeah, exactly. So like to me, that's the more enjoyable part about, and there's some of that to upland hunting.
You know
when
what's
you're in the
funny?
field.
Wade, and it really upsets me. I grew up I went to a really big school. Actually about the same as Derby. I think I graduated with 450-ish. So it's about the same size as Derby, but they awarded the top 40 students every year.
Yeah.
Both my brother and my sister made top 40. And then I came along.
You were the family discipline.
And I was like 312th. I'm like, hey,
man,
you know, I was one that I'm just happy to be here, boss. Like
that's close to 40.
I made it.
But here's the thing. This is what really scares me about this. This was in Arkansas. You were 312th.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
You ain't wrong, dude.
But he's a good time, okay, and that's what counts.
You ain't wrong,
That's what
dude.
counts.
You ain't wrong, man.
Oh man, that's funny.
So here's my question for both of you. I want to pick my number wisely. 160-inch whitetail.
Okay.
It's very doable in Kansas.
Yep.
On Wade's properties, not mine. I called old Wade or Delton the other day, and I'm like, man, dude, this is the biggest deer I got on camera, and it's a 160, but it's like the 160, and then it's like a whole bunch of like 120s.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm like, dude, Wade, this is the best deer I've got, and I've got one picture of him all year, and Wade's like, dude, I could throw a dart and hit a 160 on my properties. So you already got an invite. He's never once invited me.
That is a lie. Which
is heartbreaking.
I invited you the other day.
Well, whenever Jaelen comes, we'll come together.
Okay. Let's do it. It's a package deal.
Yeah, it's package.
100%.
Package
There we
deal.
go.
Mm-hmm. 160-inch whitetail.
Okay.
I want to say pheasants or ducks. We'll do all 3. 160 whitetail, a limit of ducks, or a limit of pheasants.
I'll let Jaelen go first.
Oof. Probably a deer just because I haven't shot one yet.
Here's what's going to make me mad about him, Wade. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Is he's the kind of cat that's never shot one, is going to come out and shoot.
Oh, he's going to shoot a freaking 180 the very first
185,
time.
190. Be like,
Please speak that into existence, man.
dude, we will,
Oh,
big
Lord.
dog.
Oh Lord.
I really hate people like that, man. Because I don't hate them. I hate it for them.
Oh,
Because it just ruined a lifetime worth of like appreciation for the sport. Because how many people do you know that hunt 20 years and finally get that true trophy class 160 plus?
People don't understand.
And that is like the most elating thing in the world to them. And then you get somebody that goes out like people have made jokes about me taking my son out and letting him kill like a monster deer. I'm like, no, absolutely not. No way am I going to let him shoot something like that until he's like put that work in, because he'll never have that appreciation for it.
Fair.
Dude, you're talking now. You're talking about something I've actually talked a lot about, of like.
Well, hold on, we didn't answer the question yet. So
he did.
Yeah. So what's your answer?
My answer?
Yeah.
Would be a deer. Yeah. I mean, I'm to the point now where I cut my teeth on whitetails, and so it's just. And I think it's so much harder to come by. And we joke about 160 throwing a dart and hitting a 160. The percentage of people that actually shoot a legit 160,
it's under 5%.
Oh, it's way on. I would say closer to 1 or 2% nationwide.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think, dude. There's states where the state record's under 160.
Absolutely.
But anyways,
I wanted to give my answer.
The percentage, well, you asked me first. Okay. The percentage is so small of people who actually shoot a 160. That would be the biggest whitetail I've ever shot.
Yeah.
And I've come to the position, like, I don't pass. If it's the biggest deer I've ever shot, I don't pass it.
Oh yeah.
And what I mean by that, like, I truly I've been to that point where I'm like, dude, there's a couple 180s out here and I'll pass a 150.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest deer I would have ever shot, and I pass it in hopes for something bigger. And I don't play that game anymore.
I wouldn't. I think that's maturity.
Yeah, I don't play that game anymore. So 160 for sure.
Yeah.
That and again, I'm not taking anything from pheasants or ducks, but it's also easier to come by a limit.
Absolutely.
So that's I would say deer.
So you omitted the most important question there, and it would be the perfect spring morning gobbler. I would take.
Oh my gosh,
a beautiful.
You sound so gay right now. It's not even funny.
Yeah, well. If the shoe fits, I guess.
Yeah, well.
No, man, I love turkey hunting.
Turkey hunting.
Have you ever even killed a turkey?
Yes. And it's
like
stupid.
Like called a turkey up and killed it? So you haven't turkey hunted either?
No, I have. I've been several times,
but you just haven't killed one?
No.
We got so much wrongs to right in this world.
I know.
It's just a turkey. It's a bird.
So's a duck. So's a pheasant.
Right, but I can shoot a lot of those.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that, because that's always kind of been my caveat. If I could kill,
you can only shoot one in Kansas,
right?
now.
If I could kill a turkey every day, like I can go shoot 5 greenheads, I would say turkey hunting was my favorite. And that, but I will say, like, having kids, I take Lydia turkey hunting. And
here's my problem with turkey hunting. It's already getting hot.
No, dude.
There's ticks.
Yeah, it can be.
That's fair.
But I love turkey hunting.
And it's a bird.
I didn't even kill a turkey. Not this past year, but year before last. Didn't care. Saw like 19 turkeys get killed, and loved it every minute of it. Like, I will call up and film people shooting turkeys all day, every day, and I don't ever have to even tote a gun. I still love it.
I don't know, man. And listen, you've obviously, now I know you don't listen to the show, because I talk about my adamant hate for turkey.
Oh no, we've had that conversation before.
I actually almost fist fought Nate Hosey, host of Headhunters TV, at ATA on the podcast, because he was talking about turkey hunting, and I told him how stupid turkey hunting was. He's like, dude, I've never wanted to punch you so bad in my life. He's a country singer, Nate Hosey.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near as good as you.
Oh, I appreciate
you suck,
that.
Nate.
We're throwing shots on the podcast here.
I know you're not listening, because I made you so mad you won't listen. No, I've had him on since, and I had to publicly apologize for bashing his love of turkeys. But I don't know. You would pick turkey 160 whitetail, and you're choosing a turkey.
Yeah, I do. I love turkey hunting, man. I do.
I would like to retract my statement about finding an outfitter that you enjoy hunting with, because I've yet to find an outfitter in Kansas.
I've now lost the endorsement of the typical sportsman.
Oh my gosh, turkeys, dude! Well, now you got to get Jaelen on turkey.
Yeah,
too,
we do. We definitely got to get Jaelen on turkey.
Now they have taken the fall turkey tag, right?
Yeah, so fall turkey season's off the board in Kansas now for the 3rd year, and I don't see it coming back anytime soon. They also restricted residents, non-residents alike, to 1 gobbler per person, and then implemented a non-resident draw system. So you got to put in, and January, early February timeframe, they draw on it. I will say the draw on it's
pretty likely, right?
Yeah. So I think it was 96% in our unit this past year. So like you got to just like have bad luck to not get drawn on that, but it happens. But so yeah, that's the kind of measures that Kansas took, because we did have a declining turkey population. Quite honestly, it's bouncing back really well right now. And I got a bunch of trail cam pictures from this morning. I got
a crap ton of turkeys on my camera.
No, we're doing really well on the turkeys bouncing back, and it didn't have anything to do with changing up the hunting season. It actually had already started happening.
We're about to lead into another question for Jaelen by asking this. Do you think that has to do with expanding the thermal seasons?
I think that helps.
But this is actually the only first year, right?
So the expansion? Well, yeah, but we're only in the 4th year of even having a thermal season.
Correct.
I know it has helped on our properties on a small scale. Who knows on a larger scale? I mean, it was at the end of the day, just like everything else when we're talking about wildlife, whether it's ducks, pheasant, deer, turkeys, whatever, it's typically either environmental or habitat related. And we had a run in 17, 18, and 19 of really, really wet flooding springs where all the creeks and small rivers were flooding the nests out. And so we lost a lot of hatchlings for like 3 years in a row there. And of course, now we're on the backside of a 5-year drought. And guess what? The numbers are banging back because we weren't washing those nests out and we're having better hatch success.
But we also had a really, really, really wet summer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the wettest summer, like the 3rd wettest ever in recorded history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we needed that bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that would have got us out of the hole we were in. Drought wise,
so. They said Cheney Lake gained 13 billion gallons in a day in 24 hours. 13 billion gallons. That's from that's an accumulation of the rainfall and the rivers running into it from the rainfall the days before. Yeah. But yeah, in a 24-hour period, 13 billion gallons, which is unbelievable.
Well, and that's the drinking water supply for Wichita. Yeah, so it's pretty important.
Mm-hmm. I have had a long time love for Garmin products, and for good reason. When it comes to smartwatches, when it comes to GPS wearables and handhelds, when it comes to devices to stay in touch with my friends and family when I'm off grid, there's just simply nobody that can compete with Garmin. Here's the best part. They make something for everybody in every price range. So whether you're looking for something like the Instinct, which is one of my favorite watches of all time, it's incredibly well built. It is priced phenomenally, but it is also just as tough as nails. You could throw that thing through a meat grinder and it's going to come out just like the day you bought it. All of that, and it still offers me all of the GPS features that I need when I'm on the mountain, still offers me all of the cool smartwatch features that I want when I'm in the office or at the gym or tracking my sleep habits. And then you move up to something like the Tactic series, which has ballistics built into it. It's got lights built into it so that you can use it as a flashlight around camp. It has full color GPS maps. Guys, Garmin has something for you. And then you move on to something like the InReach, which is the best thing that you could ever have to stay in touch with friends and family when you're off grid. Let me tell you something. Mama likes getting text message when I'm on the mountain just to tell her that I'm safe and that I love her. But it also gives her an incredible peace of mind knowing that that little device in my hand, if something were to happen with the touch of a button, I can let her know where I'm at. I can also alert rescue teams to let them know where I'm at. Guys, I literally trust Garmin with my life. And then as far as the bow shop goes, they make the best chronographs that you could ever get your hands on. Guys, here's what I'm going to tell you. Whether you're looking for a new wearable to just get smart notifications when you're in the office, or a new wearable to track your sleep habits and your workouts in the gym, or whether you're looking to go off grid with full color GPS maps, Garmin has a wearable for you. They also have a full line of handheld GPS and devices to stay in touch with friends and family. Guys, go check out Garmin.com because I have never one time went wrong with a Garmin product. Now, that leads me to my question. Have you ever thermal hunted for coyotes?
I haven't, but my uncle has.
Oh, hey, we're going thermal hunting tonight, Lid.
dude. Like, I'm being serious. Oh my!
It is like the second most fun you can have with your clothes on. Bro.
I believe that.
I would say
believe
it's the first most fun you can have with your clothes off. And if your clothes are off when you're doing it, it's
even
like
more fun.
It's amplified by 10.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm almost 45, so my priorities have probably changed a little bit in life. So I'm just going to go and say it may just be the most fun you can have.
Dude.
And exclude the clothes on or off caveat.
It is it's an addiction, bro.
Really?
It's an unhealthy addiction. Man, dude. It was bad. So Lydia loves to thermal hunt as much or more than I do. And before this year, our season was only January, February, and March. Well, obviously I guide waterfowl, so I'm very busy in January and part of the first part of February because of late goose season. So we're really limited on being able to thermal hunt. So when February 15th rolled around, I had 45 days of season for the whole year to thermal coyote hunt. And when your sounding board, who normally gets me back into common sense thinking and tells me something stupid, is just as ate up with thermal hunting as I am, it can get unhealthy very quick.
So your voice of reason,
my voice of reason is the devil on my shoulder saying,
Lydia,
we can go tonight. It'll be okay. 3 straight nights of like sneaking in a 2 hour. Yeah, we're gonna have to get our headset if we keep this up. But sneaking in, 2 hours of sleep here and there when you can. And
dude,
and like still trying to be a productive adult in society.
Well, let me just say this. Like, to me, it is a really good way for somebody who's got 3 young kids to continue to be a productive member of society, because I can tuck the kids in and go out.
Absolutely. Especially now that times change and the days are getting shorter. Like you could make your first set right now at 6 o'clock, hunt from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And
be home at
10, and go to bed like a normal human. I don't do that. I always, if I'm out, I'm going to stay out type deal. Or you can do the other thing and be a cool dad, do bath time, do supper time. If you got little ones, get them tucked in about 8. Skirt. Yep. Mama's happy. You get to go get your dogs in. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that I'm the one that it's like 3 a.m. and it's like, do we call it or do we stop by Casey's and get a breakfast pizza and keep running?
There you go.
Always.
There you go.
And then you stop by Casey's, get a breakfast pizza and keep running.
Yeah.
And then you get home to take the kids to school in the morning. Like that's.
Yeah. Or in my case, come to the lodge and take deer hunters to the stand.
Yeah. No kidding. And they're like, Wade, why do you reek of coyote? And you're like, dude, I've been out.
Don't worry about it, man. It was a long night.
Yeah.
No, coyotes stink to high heaven.
Was it you that busted that coyote, dropped it at the weigh-in for the coyote contest? Somebody
it was one of my coyotes, but I didn't drop it because they had the crew that was unloading the coyotes and everything. And it was one of our coyotes, and it was stanky.
Didn't it somebody dropped it and it shot up guts and
it splashed into Lane's buddy's face.
It's a way to make a statement right there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so now we do got we have a whole list of things we got to get you on, dude. Because
so how long are you in town for? Because we got to start checking some stuff.
I'll be in town till the 15th. Then I'm flying out to LA. I'll be back on the 21st.
That's like 2 days from now.
I know it.
Yeah, we are going thermal hunting tonight. Okay.
Or deer.
All shucks. No, we'll wait till it's not 80 degrees for that.
So when you get back on the 21st,
we'll go deer hunting.
Now that leads me into what I meant to ask this earlier. I have noticed, and we moved here about the same time. I've been here 11 years. I would have said 11 years ago, I would have said, dude, November 7th through the 10th, you better be in the stand.
Nope.
Now for me, it's all the way back to the 18th through the 23rd.
Yes.
Late, pushing Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
For the rut. It's just continued to kind of slowly.
Do you run trail cameras all year?
Yeah.
So if you watch the fawns showing up on camera June 15th timeframe and do the math, I've done it for 4 years running now, I think. November 18th through the 24th is primary conception date. Yep. And so, now that doesn't exactly correlate with peak activity.
Makes sense.
But
I shot a buck on the 19th last year, and I watched him breed 3 does. I'm like, dang, big stud. At least he died on a happy note.
Absolutely.
How
I would want to go.
Right? My dad one time had this buck mounting a doe, and he's like sitting there just in his rifle scope ready. He's like, I'll let him finish. I'm a good guy.
Oh,
you know?
man, dude.
You know, after he came off.
That's just hashtag ethics.
Yeah.
That's the way to
Just
do
being
it.
a nice guy.
Right.
Man, yeah. Dude, that's so that I would say 160 whitetail or shoot 10 coyotes in a night. I'm going coyotes, dude.
That's fair.
Coyotes, yeah. I mean, 10's not enough. But still, like that.
I would choose 10 coyotes in a night over a 160 whitetail.
Golly. I mean, yeah. I mean, I obviously would, but yeah. 10 coyotes is a good night.
It is so
I've only had like maybe 3 nights over 10.
It is so much fun, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to the community part that he was talking about, like with ducks and coyotes, like that is so much more amplified when you're driving around in a truck with your buddies all night. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
it is the best sense of like, dude, I'll say this every time I go coyote hunting, like I get home in the next morning, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, but I'm like, I needed that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
just to go out and have fun with the boys. Like, I just needed that,
Definitely.
you know? And the first time I ever did it, like I was with 2 or 3 guys I didn't even know. And it's like, by the time you leave the next morning, you're like, dude, those are my best friends.
Bros.
Like,
Yep.
so, you know, with a deer camp, it might take you 2 weeks to get to know somebody because you're seeing them, you know, for lunch and then after the evening set.
2 hours at night.
Yeah.
And you're probably tired.
But like with coyotes, it's like, man, we're together all night. We're hanging out. We're having fun. Like that was the first time I ever met Meeks.
Yeah.
And I remember we're sitting, Jeremiah Meeks. I hope you're listening, big dog. That's the Wellington high school football coach.
Okay.
Doing a phenomenal job, by the way. I mean, he's really turned Wellington football around. Good luck to him this weekend. Hopefully they continue on in the playoffs. But the first time I ever met him, it's like 3 a.m. We had spent all night together. We're in a field, you know, looking down our scopes. I'm like, so what do you do for a living? And he's like, oh, it was his first year. He's like, oh, I'm the new high school football coach. And I like look over my scope. I'm like, dude, I don't know that I want you around our kids. Like, you're something special, big dog. Like,
He really is. That's who sprayed the coyote spray.
that's right.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
Meeks.
wow.
Yeah, you like gags. I remember that. Yeah. Shout out to Meeks.
No, coyote hunting, thermal coyote hunting is awesome. And the cool thing about it, like, I mean, I'm ADD overload. Like, I don't have that whole hyperactivity. I just got the attention deficit portion of it.
Yeah.
The coyote hunting is awesome because, like, if we hit like 12 minutes, 15 minutes, because you got a timer on your call remote,
Mm-hmm.
and like she's literally like, all right, next spot. So like
Yeah.
you're only there for 12, 15 minutes.
Yep,
And
then you're
it's
on.
boom, hit the next spot. So like it's the anti-deer hunting basically,
Yeah.
where you sit there, you know, all day and maybe see a squirrel or something. So
Yeah. Jaelen, Wade, he doesn't know what AD is, but his doctor says he has 80 of them.
I knew coming here was a good idea.
Geez, that was like the worst dad joke ever.
You got to love a good
I've
dad
got
joke.
some
though,
good
man.
ones
Yeah,
for
You
you.
gotta
I'm
love
trying
a
to
good
keep
one.
this PG, or at least PG-13. So no.
I've got some bangers
Yeah.
in the tank. When's your next show, man?
Next show.
When's your next local show for people to come see?
Yeah, for real. I want
See
to
him.
go.
Ooh,
Well, you just played.
No, I did just play
No.
Saturday night.
We missed it. We were going to go see him at Mad Rocks one night, and I think one of the kids was sick or something. That was
He was when he showed up. I was at the Sandbox on Wednesday, and I saw posters all around the Sandbox, and I'm like, I should come catch that.
Yeah.
So I asked him when he got here. I said, "Hey, when's your Sandbox show?" He said it was Saturday. I'm like, missed it.
yeah.
Man.
For anybody that's not a fan of the voice, you need to go see Jaelen for sure, because definitely throwback to like more, I don't know, my kind of country.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. In this world of like,
Road country.
how do I say this? In this world of a bunch of tight jeans and
Dude.
auto tune.
Yeah.
Is it hard being like the deep voice rustic like cowboy?
I got to be so careful how I go about
No,
this.
go ahead, dude.
Yeah, I mean, don't
Man,
alienate
it's,
anybody.
It's not, and it's oof. It's not that I hate pop country necessarily. I definitely, and I mean, I
It's
myself,
got its place.
yeah, right.
I like some of it if it's good.
Yeah.
I do.
It is it's not necessarily my style. Now, granted, did I record a pop country song in Norway? Absolutely. And it was
In
just
Norway.
It was yeah, man. I went to Lufton, Norway, and did a collab with a Norwegian bluegrass artist out there. Sounds crazy, but I wrote this one song. It's
Sounds
called
pretty
South
dope
of
to me.
Tipsy.
I got time for it.
Dude, it was good. It was a great time. I was like, man, no, let's do it. So it's called South of Tipsy, and it has a very, very pop beat, very, very fast. It's not, now I definitely don't rap, so it's not that. It's just like very, very Morgan Wallen, you know, and it was very different for me, you know, but I was like, you know what, if I'm anywhere, let's try it. You know, it was kind of like a win and roam situation, but
yeah.
It is definitely hard to stay true to the classic country. Because I mean, still, you know, I'm still in that country blues, country rock kind of area.
But don't you feel like classic country's kind of making a comeback too?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
With artists
agree.
like Zach Top, you know what I mean? It's definitely coming back, and I'm so happy to see that.
Me
because
too.
The thing that drew me into country was, you know, the Alan Jackson, George Strait, Keith Whitley, you know, all of these guys
Lori, I love her,
told the story.
Yeah.
You know,
and you actually got like a real cute with Keith Whitley voice.
Oh
too.
man, thank you. That you just made my whole day.
I think I told Lydia that, or she told me that when we were watching the show. I was like, man, that's very like Keith Whitley.
Man, okay, that might be one of the best compliments I've ever got right there.
What I tell you, man, you hang out with Wade, he makes you feel good about yourself.
Right.
Well,
Okay,
okay.
well,
Just look at me like I'm
Right.
not setting the bar very high.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I was trying to remember your lineup. We were talking about it earlier. I know you did Tim McGraw. I'm already there, maybe.
If you're reading this.
If you're reading it, yeah.
I know exactly.
Which is great, great song. And I was trying to remember what go ahead, buddy. I was trying to remember what your audition song was.
Where the Wild Things Are. Luke Combs,
did freaking awesome on that.
I think my favorite song to do, honestly, was I Drive Your Truck, man.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Well, that's what we said too when we were watching that. We were like, that was true authenticity, and it was like just blatantly obvious that song really meant something to you.
Oh, dude.
So I mean, it's one thing to be able to sing, but you also got to sell what you're singing.
Definitely.
And like, you didn't have to sell that. That was just Jaelen doing what Jaelen does, and like, I think that probably went a long way in how that show turned out for you. I mean, I still think you should have won, but but I going back to the more traditional country sound, like I dig it, and I don't even bag on new country. Like one of our favorite artists is Hardy. And
dude, he seems like a good time.
Yeah, and he is like as non-traditional country as you can get.
Absolutely.
And I'm here for it. Like, I mean, he rocks, dude. And we've seen it. I've seen him a couple times. She's seen him like 6 or 8 times now.
Really?
And yeah, we're still recording, by the way, so people are listening. Yeah, I know you don't care. But yeah, like I think I got a buddy of mine that I've got to be super good friends with. Have you seen that new show, The Road, on CBS?
I have, dude.
So it's a Taylor Sheridan production, and it just so happened like Cody Hibbard, this guy from Oklahoma that's on that show. He and I have got to be really good friends. And we've had these discussions a lot lately, but there's a dude on that show. I think his name's Channing, but he
Channing Tatum.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's a different show.
It's not your
21
favorite
Jump
movie.
Street.
Yeah,
That show.
Magic Mike. I know you're a Channing Tatum fan, but no, he's got like a very, very. Oh man, I'm just. I want to say Stapleton, but it's not Stapleton. It's Jamie Johnston.
Is he the Asian fella?
No, Cody's the Asian. My buddy.
Okay, yeah, dude.
Yes.
His voice is killer,
bro. We're gonna get y'all together here.
Let's
soon.
do it. Man.
He might be up here this weekend.
That's awesome.
But I talked to this dude for like 15 minutes on the phone, and it was like 45 minutes. Immediately, we were like best friends, like just the most down to earth, cool dude ever. But yeah, that guy Channing I was talking about on there. Real Jamie Johnston, kind of old school, gravelly, like, doesn't try to get outside of his box.
Right.
He knows what works for him, and he's comfortable there. He's also like 45, 50 years old, but like he's perfectly happy doing what works for him and being himself. And man, he's good for sure. And I saw a lot of that when you were doing your performances. It was like, it wasn't like you were trying to reach Like
Right.
it was like, okay, this is who I am, and I'm okay with that, and I'm just going to be really freaking good at it.
There is not a song on that show I think the only song, it was my finale one. It was What Was I Thinking? That song was so hard for me because that was
That song, the timing is so
Dude,
crazy on
you
that.
have to be
Yeah.
directly in the pocket, and if you fall, I mean, even a second
You
behind the
cannot
pocket,
get back.
the song's done.
Yeah,
But
and you stayed on time with it.
shoot, dude, it was tough. That
Yeah.
was one I never sang before, but Kelsey was like, "Hey, I think this would be a really good one." I'm like, you know what? I've never done it. Why not?
So what kind of autonomy do you have? Give us a little backstory on that. Like if Kelsey, as your coach, says, "Hey, I think you should sing this song," and you say, "I really wanted to sing Keith Whitley, Tell Lori I Love Her." Like what kind of, do you have that
The
kind
one thing I would say about her is that I believe that she would listen.
Yeah, I think
Like she'd be like, okay, let's talk about why. We talk about it, and if she agrees, it's there. But if she's like, I really think this is something that you should do, then it's all about give and take. I think the cool thing about her was when it came around to finale, and I asked around, it wasn't like this with everybody, but she calls me and she was like, hey, so we got finale coming up. What do you think? So I tell her immediately, I was like, the one song that I want, I said. Now, I kind of take back saying this, but I was like, the one song I want, I said, anything else I don't care. I said, the one song I want to sing is Cold. Because that was one of the first songs I learned on guitar. That's a song I play at every show of mine. I was like, if it's about being comfortable up there and, showing your artistry. Because I won't sing it just like Christian. I'll put little different tweaks on there. But I was like, if there's one thing I want to do, it is 110% Cold. And she goes, okay, done. She goes, so your other song, and we started talking about it. But it was just she was so receptive, and she genuinely cared, So I think that.
Dude, and I told you before we were sitting down over here, like she honestly seemed like a really just good person, like easy to work with, personable. So all right, so who else did you have as judges? Bublé, Snoop Dogg, and Reba?
Oh no, left to right. It was John Legend, Bublé. John Legend, Bublé, Kelsey Ballerini, and then Adam.
Here's a question for you. Who's the most famous singer in your phone right now that you could call? And they would answer.
That's an awesome question.
Not just that you have their number, like they would answer.
Probably Kelsey, honestly.
That's cool.
I mean,
that is super cool, man.
I was in Nashville, man. I was in Nashville last week, October. I called her, and she was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just hanging out in Nashville. And she goes, you're in Nashville? I was, yeah. She goes, the one time I'm out of town? I was like, yeah. I was going to call her and be like, hey, if you're in town, we should get together, write a song, get in the studio a little bit.
Yeah.
But, that was something we talked about after the show. She was like, I'm razzing her, talking to her. I'm like, well, you know what? I said, we already did a duet on the show. Why don't we just write one? And she was like, honestly, she goes, if you come up to Nashville, I'm game. And I was like,
freaking awesome, man.
So
I'm stoked for you, dude. That's so cool.
It was
like,
awesome, dude.
I've been starstruck before, and I'm trying to think. Like, I know it's happened before, but like, I don't normally get starstruck, so to speak. And I pretty much just talk to anybody. But like on that show, like I would take Snoop Dogg any day of the week.
Oh, dude.
I would take Snoop Dogg for that freaking death row chain. And I would never take it off.
No,
ever,
I got a buddy who still isn't taking it off. He showers with it. He sleeps in it.
Never take that off. And then maybe that's just because I'm a kid of the 90s. But like,
oh, dude,
I would never ever take that off, and I wouldn't care. Like if I wouldn't care who was on that panel, and if I got 4 chairs turned, I would pick Snoop. And I love Bublé. I think he's just cool and funny, and he's like self-deprecating. He'll make fun of himself,
dude,
He's
so cool.
Yeah, and so like I really like the crap out of him. I watch a lot of The Voice, if you can't tell. But yeah, Snoop. I would. There's no. I don't think there's a judge you could put on there that I would pick over Snoop Dogg.
His team amazed me, honestly. It was a little bit of everything. It's blues, country.
Well, he's way
rock.
Like he's so much more into. He's been around the industry for a long time and worked with a bunch of different people. Freaking Willie Nelson for but like, dude, he's knowledgeable as all get out. Definitely. Across the board, not just.
I had a buddy, James Jean. He does. You've both probably seen him. He does a bunch of trick shots with his bow. And
yep.
He was on Dude Perfect and all that stuff.
Is he the dude that shot the clay pigeon?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like he's even done like slingshots, like the old school slingshots at a clay pigeon, like crazy stuff. But he was on some sort of like show off your talent show, and Snoop was one of the judges. And I'm like,
wow.
I asked him, I'm like, what's it like shooting your bow in front of Snoop Dogg? And he's like, dude, it was like the coolest thing ever. He's like, Snoop is like all in all the time. He's like, it's like,
it, man.
it's never just like, well, that was cool. It's like, dude, he's all in on you all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, you hang out with Snoop, you leave hungry, man. I don't know what's going on there, but
It's magic.
That's funny, man.
Those are magic beans. No,
I'll be right back. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're fine. So Wade, with it, we talked deer and how this, kind of stupid weather is playing a role on deer.
Yeah.
What's it do for ducks?
Well, I mean, we got that really good cold front last week. I think it was 17 degrees one morning. And so we actually got some ducks here and geese here kind of early. Some of the guys have gone out and hunted a little bit, just buddy hunting, and like had some good hunts, honestly, like for this early. But I mean, now of course it's stagnant as all get out now. And it's just talking to guys that, I mean, I think it's warm like all the way up to the freaking Canadian line. So like it's just gonna prolong. But like for my purposes, I honestly am okay with that. I don't want birds to come down yet, because if they get here too soon, then they just sit here and they get really hard to hunt.
Because you're shooting them over and over.
Well, they're just stale. Like they know exactly where they can roost, where nobody can hunt. They know exactly where they can feed, where nobody can hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And like they just get into that pattern. There's really not much you can do to break that pattern until you get new birds in. So like I'm totally okay with like wait until about Thanksgiving to start seeing like big numbers of birds show up. That's
so
fine.
Do you think like with deer, I mean, it's like, man, when the deer on my property rut, they're rutting. Like, but with ducks, it's like, do you think it prolongs the first kind of wave and then, it just stacks up and it's even crazier late in the season?
Yeah, it can. But ducks have two different types of migrators. So you have what we call the calendar migrators, and they go off the length of daylight. And that's going to be your blue-winged teal, gadwall, especially like when you're talking about the younger birds that have just hatched or only a year or two old. They're going to go off length of daylight. Pintail, widgeon, some of those ducks. Mallards are strictly weather migrators. They're not, I mean, there's always exceptions, but like the primary number of your adult mallards aren't going to migrate. And it's not even about temperature. A lot of people think, oh, well, yeah, it's got to get cold up north to freeze all the water. It doesn't freeze all the water, just like it doesn't freeze all the water here last year when we didn't get above freezing for 3 weeks. It's snow cover. You got to have snow cover to cover up the food. And that's what really drives the birds south more than anything else. So like, that's what I watch. I don't care so much what the temperature in North Dakota is right now. I want to know, did it snow 15 inches or something like that, and is it going to stay cold enough that snow is going to stay and not melt off in 2 or 3 days?
Gotcha.
So that's the big determining factor when it comes to migrating mallards. And of course that's, 80-90% of what we shoot when it comes to ducks is mallards, which I'm A-okay with. But so yeah, that's kind of how the migration works. And you do see that stack up occur on the freeze line sometimes, depending on what part of the year it is. And then you get that big cold front like we got really last year and the year before last, right after Christmas, right around New Year's. And we'll go from not many ducks to tens of thousands overnight. Mm-hmm. They're everywhere.
What bird, what species of duck did you have down south that you miss, that you don't have up here as much of?
More pintails for sure.
You have more pintails here?
No. There's more pintails in the south. If you're hunting Mississippi or Louisiana, you're going to kill more pintails than you will here. I mean, we kill pintails here. It's just not a lot of them.
Shot one of those my entire life.
Yeah.
You won't shoot many here.
I was a rush, man.
They're my favorite too, but we shoot a good bit of them late January because they migrate really early. Like they go down to Laguna Madre, I think is what it's called, but it's the bay south of Houston down along the Gulf of Mexico, and that's where a lot of them like winter. But what happens is late January, the days are getting longer, and they know that, and it warms up down there, and they'll start pushing back up, and we're getting a reverse migration off of them at that point, and we can have some really, really nice pintails because it's almost February. Their sprigs are all the way mature.
That's cool.
Their plumage is amazing. So yeah, we get some nice.
I was going to say wood ducks. Do you see? I killed a ton of wood ducks growing up, and then
we have wood ducks here.
Just not near as many.
Well, what it typically comes down to is they leave so early. So like we could go out and kill wood ducks tomorrow here. We kill them in this river right here behind us tomorrow. But that first good cold front you get, they're gone. So you very rarely do you ever see wood ducks here past Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But yeah, early season, we shoot some wood ducks. We killed a few this year. But they just don't stick around very long because they're warm weather ducks. Like they'll peace out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I think we got off track before we answered it. When is your next show locally?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, man. So I think my next local-ish, I want to say Gillies, which is it's that new casino that's opening in Park City.
Okay.
And I'm playing there on January 10th. But I'm playing in Overland Park, Guitars and Cadillacs. That's
cool.
That's one of them. The State Fair next year, I'm playing in Carey's Beer Garden again, man.
Oh,
that
nice.
was a great time. That was a
I might
great
actually
time.
have to go to the State Fair for once.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, if you put a bunch of people in a covered area, there's fans, and if it's cold, they got heaters going.
Yeah.
They have a shitload of beer. I mean, you're set for the
Solid
night.
combination.
You got everybody hanging out, having a good time. It's
What's
amazing.
the biggest venue you played so far?
Definitely Riverfest.
The Voice.
Oh, that's
In
no, that is a
person.
venue. That is
In
a venue.
person.
That counts, man.
Yeah.
How many people are in the? I did want to ask you, how many people are in the room? Like,
So it changes actually. Your blind audition, there's really not a lot. So the way they have it set up is, and I don't know if I can. We're gonna gamble here. The way they have it set up is you walk out for your blind audition. You enter through this little tunnel deal. It's kind of like a football tunnel, and you have people that are to the left of you, and then people straight in front of you, and it's maybe an audience of 150 and they're at the first round, and that's the second round. There's maybe 50 more, and it stays that way pretty consistently until finale. I don't think I've seen a jump as significant as the finale, because they have back where the judges are. They have seating back there, but it's walled off for the first little bit. But then the last part of it, man, I mean, you're playing to a crowd.
That's
man.
cool.
Like I remember walking out there and I was looking around on the finale night, and it was, I mean, there had to be 500 people in there. You know what I mean?
Cool.
And the energy was incredible. It was infectious, man. One person cheered, the entire place got loud.
That's something like energy is contagious, man.
Yeah,
and like
100%.
people don't understand how hard it is, like to perform or speak or deliver something to a dead audience. It's
Dude.
like, this sucks.
Oh,
Starting out,
brutal.
that was the biggest. That was the hardest thing.
I bet.
I mean, I still struggle a little bit with like I can definitely sing. I can play guitar. I can do whatever on stage. But the one thing that I struggle the most with is talking to the people.
Yeah.
You know, like in between songs, when I'm telling a story about an original, I'm a very simple person. I'm very to the point and very matter of fact. So I'll be like, there's a song I wrote. It's called this. This is where I wrote it. Let's play it. You know what I mean? I don't really.
You don't tell the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The first time I did that was actually this Saturday. Was, people bought tickets, and it's like it clicked in my head, is because they bought tickets to see me. So I'm like, okay, it's different than you going in and playing at a bar. The bar hires you.
Right.
And I mean, I've been in bars, and it was right when I first started out, definitely not as good as I am now, but there's starting out, I'd come in and there'd be people that are like, oh, I don't know who this guy, I don't want to hear him.
You're right.
I just want to have my drink and go home, which that's definitely tough starting out. I was doing 3-4 hour shows to people who really didn't care to listen.
Yeah.
that much.
It was just background noise.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Riverfest, though, on terms of venue size, that was definitely the
I've
biggest
never
one.
gone to Riverfest.
There's 10,000 people there, man.
Really?
That was a
pretty
great
legit.
time. But, and going with what you said about energy, it was, I mean, looking out into everybody, and then you play there's no better feeling than playing an original song and then hearing everybody go wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was such a blessing to have happen, man. It was a blessing to be invited out. It was cool to have my drummer there with me. That was a really big crowd, man. That was the first time I think I threw up before I played.
Had to get those jitters out.
I did it there. I did it
I
at
would like to see Wade.
Stockyards, man.
I would like to see Wade perform in front of a crowd.
Yeah, I've sang before.
You sing
No, I'm
from
not
time
even
to
talking
time,
singing. I don't even know what. Like, I say, like, I'm in that genuinely. Like, you would be good. Like,
I was a teacher for 5 years in the Air Force.
So you're just fine at like the public
I thought-
speaking aspect.
I thought you meant for kids, and I'm like, going back to the old Meeks thing. I'm like, I don't know that I want you around our youth.
I don't know that you're the guy.
I think we can find somebody better suited for that. No, I say that. Like, I mean, you're fun. You're relatable. Like,
Definitely.
No, I don't. Getting in front of people and speaking doesn't bother me.
I didn't.
I mean, I enjoy it. But the biggest thing is just like you said, get the crowd involved with it.
Yeah.
First thing I'm going to do when I walk out in front of somebody is ask a question and get them, providing feedback and a part of the conversation.
Yeah, get them invested.
Yep.
If you engage them, they're hard pressed to lose interest. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like set throughout time. Like you talk to them for a little bit, ask them something.
Yeah.
Wait a few minutes, do it again. It's like they feel like they're part of the show.
Dude,
and
100%.
the fans are 100%, man. I mean, I couldn't do any of this.
We go to a lot of concerts. Like that is other than thermal coyote hunting. That's Lydia's favorite thing, and she puts up with my crap the rest of the year. So when she wants to go to a concert, the only thing I ask is what day. Like that. That's it. I don't ask how much. I don't ask where. I just
What if you leave a concert and go shoot thermal coyotes?
We've actually done that.
It's a good night. Right
Yeah.
there.
So,
What if we go to a Jaelen concert
and then leave and go,
and then just take him off the stage with us and go shoot coyotes?
I think that could be the after party right there. I really do.
That'd be a good one. But yeah, like so going to all these shows and like I've seen some people that you would think would probably be the best person you could ever see live and walk away and go, meh.
Yep.
Because they had no crowd interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And let me clarify. If we go to a concert, I'm never more than me to you from the stage. Mama don't play when she's buying concert tickets. Okay. And so like if the artist isn't interacting and you don't feel like even in a big venue, like you want to be part of the show. And there's been some people that I've seen that were good at, crowd interaction, and they may not have been who I thought would be the best artist. And it was my favorite Creed. Holy crap. Creed was awesome in Wichita.
Have you ever seen Brantley Gilbert in person?
I don't think I've ever seen him in person.
It's the best concert I've ever been
I
to
hear
in my
he
lifetime.
puts on a show.
Yeah.
It was crazy fun. It was like 50% rock, 50% country, like people fist fighting in the crowd, and he's just like cheering them on during the show. Like
That's the thing.
He stopped mid song one time, like legitimately stopped. And I was in high school when I saw him, but literally stopped mid song. And he's like, hey, I can't see this fight real well. Like y'all clear out a little bit. And like, they just kept brawling. Like, I'm like, dude, what a stud.
I want to see who's winning.
What a stud,
when you
man.
talk about outlaw country, he would definitely be in my top 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he seems like he's very down to earth, but he can get rowdy, what I mean?
We need to get Brantley to take you on a deer hunt. Like,
dude,
we just need Brantley to come here and hunt with Jaelen.
Yeah.
There we go.
No,
make it happen.
Crowd interaction. That's Jason Aldean's probably, he might have been the best I've ever seen it. Like,
Yes.
As a country artist.
To taking this back into hunting, one of the best things I've ever seen on a TV show. Jason was hunting, and it was for the Buck Commander show, and his cameraman was like, "Hey, can I pray over you like before we start this?" And he like puts his hands on him, and he prays like a 7-minute prayer, and it cuts to Luke Bryan, and he's like, "Hey," they were in Texas. He's like, "That song Texas was you. I think you wrote that about your cameraman. You guys were touching each other a little too much up there in the."
Y'all got a relationship.
Oh, wow.
Connection.
Ending on that, Jaelen, where can they find you at, man, on social media to follow along with your journey?
Social media will be Jaelen J Music. The website that has all my shows, all my upcoming announcements, that's jaelenjmusic.com. Yeah, that's pretty much, I think I have the same handle for everything. So
awesome, man. Can they listen on Spotify, all that?
Spotify,
SoundCloud,
Apple Music,
all that stuff.
SoundCloud, Amazon Music, Amazon, however you want to do it. But yeah, it's
well, I say that
everywhere.
to say this: support them. Like we talked in the beginning, we talked about being from a community that supports each other. I want to see the hunting community support Jaelen, surround him and push him and help him grow as an artist. and then we're going to get him his first deer and his first thermal coyotes and his first turkey and all the above. We're going to have a good time in the next couple weeks.
Let's do it, man.
Wade, where can they find all the information about Skeen?
SkeenOutfitters.com is the website. Skeen Outfitters on Facebook, Skeen Outfitters on Insta, Wade R. Skeen personal page. I'm the only Wade Skeen in the world, so if you Google me, you'll find me.
Unfortunately. Are there some mug shots up there?
No, dude. That was
Got
long
those
before
down?
social media
Got those pulled
existed.
down?
Yeah.
Again, check out Wade Skeen, phenomenal outfitter, whether you're looking to duck hunt, upland bird hunt, deer hunt, turkey hunt. If you want to come to Kansas hunt, Wade Skeen is your guy. So check out Skeen Outfitters. If you've got taxidermy in your house, any shape, form, or fashion, doesn't matter, Euro mounts, full body mounts, turkey fans, I don't care. If you've got any kind of taxidermy, or if you want to prep your animals in the field in order to get the best taxidermy work done possible, you need to check out Velvet Antler Technologies. Listen, it is not just for velvet antlers. Do not tune me out and say, well, I don't chase velvet bucks. I don't kill velvet bulls. It does not matter. If you want to preserve your trophies in the field, whitetail, antelope, bear hides, if you want to preserve your trophy in the field and get it to the taxidermist in the best shape possible, they've got products for that. If you want to get those European mounts as white as possible, they've got products for that. If you want to take care of your trophies while they're on the wall, keep them clean, keep the bugs out of them, they've got products for that. If you've got blood in your clothes from packing out those animals, they've got you covered. Or if you want to do some turkey fans, they've got you covered. Hanging the Euro mounts on the wall, they've got you covered. They're your one-stop shop for all things trophies and all things field care in order to get your trophies looking the best they can. Guys, go check out Velvet Antler Technologies before you go on your next hunt and ensure you get your trophy back in the best condition possible. Guys, thank you so much for listening. You guys have a fantastic week and keep the dusty side up.
Sweet.